This podcast is a proud member of the Unidentified Network.
Police in Las Vegas found themselves in the middle of a UFO mystery last month after
To us, big eyes. They have big eyes.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal? Or?
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
What? I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yeah, look right at him.
Okay, hang on.
He's right.
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, he's good. He's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
Mythical Legends Podcast with your host Daniel Barnett.
And we're back with the Mythical Legends Podcast. It's been a while since we've been on this podcast, and ever since I've come back from Florida, I've been itching to get back on the podcast. We have our Mythical Legends co-host and also my partner in crime with us today, Joe Roberts.
Hello.
So it's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while. There's been a lot of things happening. So, yeah, exciting times.
It is, and very, very busy times, I'll say as well.
Yeah.
We don't get much chance to get out in the forest anymore because we're doing so much stuff.
I'm sure we will. We'll catch up.
So to everyone out there, I have just arrived back from the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference. It was so good. I mean, so good. We had so many people there, so many different encounters there. It was great hanging out with Brian Kingshaw, Russell Acord, Renee Holland, and loads of other amazing researchers. But we are back, and I would like to say today we have no guest at all. We have no guest at all. But I'm so sorry you guys are stuck with us. It's really, really unfortunate. But we have a really good topic to bring up with you guys today, don't we, Dan?
We do. This is why we have no guests, really. We just want to talk about our next exciting project.
So I'm going to introduce our next project, or let's say conference, I'll say, with this title of this episode being the UK Bigfoot Conference. You have a bit of an idea on what we're about to bring up. So the Cryptid Conference UK, it's our second official year, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, we did one last year in November.
We did. Yeah.
So this year is the second annual Cryptid Conference UK, and it's a lot bigger than last year. A lot bigger.
Well, we learn as we go along, don't we? And it grows, and more people get interested in it, and it's been phenomenal. The interest this time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, and I'm very impressed with the amount of tickets that have gone for this conference. It's incredible. So I'm going to dive straight into it then, and let's chat through the guests and vendors that we have at this conference. So now I'm gonna leave this to you. To who is our guest headliner for this conference?
Wow, I think we're extremely lucky with our guests, aren't we? We have the most amazing Brian King-Sharp.
Brian King-Sharp, the host of Sasquatch Odyssey, an amazing podcaster and friend of mine, who has kindly come over here for free. He's paying his own way, which is incredible, I think.
I can't wait to meet him. You've met him, and that's amazing. So I can't wait for him to come over. Just
Yeah.
Just such a big name. I can't believe
It's first time in the cold UK, I think.
He does know about our weather, doesn't he?
I think so. I don't want to get into trouble if Brian comes over and goes, "You didn't tell me it'd be cold." Yes, but we have our amazing Brian King Sharp will be coming over. He'll be coming over with his new book that he's just released. He kindly gave me one at the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference. I tried to pay for it, but he went absolutely not. So his amazing book will be over for you guys to come and get signed. He will be in the middle of the row of guests, and he will be in a gazebo, so you can go and have your chat with him, and he'll be doing a talk as well. Now let's take it to our second guest, returning guest to the UK. Funny man, and I met him again last week at the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference, and he's so excited for it. And I think he's Nan's favourite, and also
Nans aren't supposed to have favourites, but yes, this one is very special.
Our second guest this year for the Cryptid Conference UK is Mr. Ryan RPG Golombeski. Amazing guest. He was over it, and to all of you who didn't come to the Bigfoot Bash, and for all new listeners and all new subscribers, we had an event about 2 months ago now.
End of April, yes, they were over here.
So we had we had Ryan over here, and he loved it. And when I invited RPG to come back, he was like, "Absolutely, I'm back." So he's come back for July, which will be amazing. And to clarify to all of you out there, these guys will be here in person. They will be here in person for you guys to come meet. He'll be coming over with his amazing hats, amazing t-shirts, and his amazing merchandise. He will also be giving a talk at some point during the day. Now we need to announce our other guests as well, don't we? So Nan, I will pass this over to you to announce our next guest.
Well, I don't know what order am I still. I think you should do them in the order that you've got.
Okay, thank you very much. My next guest that will be at the Cryptid Conference, coming over from Pennsylvania, Gwendolyn Purcell, who works for a podcast, and she does an amazing job, and she's coming over again with her own pocket, which is amazing. That these guys would want to come over. So she will be over here. She has asked for a vendor's table, which is a bigger table. So I think she's bringing over loads of merch, guys. So it'll be loads for you to preview.
Big suitcase with her, I think. She's going to bring over.
She may go over her luggage allowance, just what she's told me. So then moving on, we have Richard Daniels, who works on some amazing scientific work, and his research is incredible, and he's just finishing writing a book, and it will be out by July for you guys to come and get. But it's beyond me what he's working on. You would have to see it for yourself to believe it. It's incredible. Then is that all of our guys coming over from the US? I think. If we forget anyone, please forgive us.
I hope we don't forget anyone from the US, because that's a bit tricky, isn't it? If we forget one of them.
So let's move to our UK local researchers then. So from the UK BRT and Bigfoot researcher and paranormal researcher, I'll say, he co-founded the UK Bigfoot research team with me, and he will be helping out with this conference as well as being a guest speaker. Mr. Chris Alsford. You saw him at the Bigfoot Bash. He's very, very tall, and he will be bringing some UK BRT merchandise for children. So anyone with kids, come and get your UK BRT t-shirts. And he will be giving a talk about a very interesting subject. Now, I'm not going to ruin the surprise for you guys, but very, very interesting topic he's got lined up for you. Then I think you are gonna want to announce this one now. He a very, very dear friend of ours. He's part of the Centre of Fortean Zoology. You now know exactly who I'm speaking about. Go ahead.
Well, affectionately known as JD, is a very talented, very, very well known, well respected Jonathan Downs, who we have lots of conversations with, and he's just delightful. Love him.
He will also be joined by Gwyn Palmer, the secretary, I believe. John, please don't quote me on that. The secretary of the CFZ. So she will be joining with John, and she's also written a book. John will be bringing new books this time. So anyone out there who came to last year's and you forgot to buy John's book, or John ran out pretty quickly from what I remember.
Quite quickly last time.
Yeah. So Gwyn will be with John on stage, but we are having a CFZ table this time. So not only will John and Gwyn be on this table, we will have two returning guests from last year. These two will not be speaking, but will be joining them. Will be Jackie Tonks and Richard Freeman. They will be joining Gwyn and John on the CFZ table. So if you guys forgot to meet Jackie or Richard last year, come back. Come and have a good chat, and they both have a little bit more time on their hands since they don't have a talk to do, but they do have something else to do during the day, which I will go into a little bit later. Then we have another young researcher from Lancaster, I believe. And he is an amazing researcher. He's a cryptid investigator, and he does a lot into Bigfoot and a lot of research into Cannock Chase. And he runs the YouTube channel I Talk Cryptids. We have Harlem Jones coming back this year. He was down here a couple of weeks ago, and he's coming for the conference. Can't wait to kind of sit down with him and hear his talk. He will be speaking, and he's bringing I hear, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited to see these Cannock Chase jumpers and t-shirts.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm yeah.
That. Well done, Harlem.
Yeah. So I'm very, very intrigued now to see what these are like, because I may have to buy one myself.
I think so. Yeah.
Then
Harlem is very, very knowledgeable for such a young lad. He's incredible. He does so much work out in the field. Definitely worth coming to see and talk to him.
Yeah. He camps alone at night, and he's heard some very, very weird things out in the forest. So if you guys wanted to know anything about cryptid encounters, actual encounters, Harlem will be the guy for you to talk to. Then we have a paranormal researcher from South Coast. Now, unfortunately, Our MC for this year, he's unfortunately passed away, and we will be giving some money to his family from this conference, and we will be doing a bit of a let's say charity fund
A
at the event.
tribute to him. Such a lovely man.
So if you guys can,
wasn't he? Huge
yeah,
character.
oh yeah, he was.
Everybody loved him. Very, very
If
much.
you can remember last year, Darren Graham, who joined us, he unfortunately passed away. I think it was about a month ago now. And so his buddy Paul Howard will be joining us as a guest. He's a paranormal researcher, just like Darren was in South Coast Ghosts. Angela, Darren's loving wife, will be joining us as well. And so that will be our paranormal side to the conference. So anyone into paranormal, go and talk to these guys. They sure do a lot of investigations. I hear updates all the time. I know that Paul is very, very excited to be at this conference. So I think, is that it? Oh, there's one more. Now this guest unfortunately can't make it to this conference, and how could I? Well, we better leave this one for last. He will be on at the end of the conference, and his name is Dr. Jeff Meldrum, who will be joining us virtually. I'm not sure you can get any better than that, although you could get him in person. But unfortunately, he can't join us. But I went, do you know what? I want you to give a talk at this conference. So everyone out there who knows who Dr. Jeff Meldrum is, I know a lot of you do, come and hear him speak. For all I know, I think it's the first time he's given a talk to the UK audience, I think.
Yes, he was very keen. He's been amazing, helpful, lots of advice and tips, and very interested in what you're doing, Daniel, isn't he? So
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was happy to just do this talk for us. Absolutely amazing. We're so grateful.
Yeah, phenomenal that is. And so Jeff Meldrum will be joining us virtually. And we also have during the conference, we have a live podcast going on that is going to be streamed from the States. We have the Wild and Weird Radio, Joe Perdue and Ron Laham joining us during the conference, doing a live podcast. So we have a fun-filled packed conference for you guys. Now, very quickly, mentioning our vendors that we have. I'm gonna mention 2 vendors, but then the rest I'm gonna leave as a surprise for you guys. So I'm gonna let you mention one, and I'll mention one. So my first amazing vendor, who's at the Bigfoot Bash, and they funnily enough have the same name. So my first one is Sue McNeil. She'll have all the dioramas and some amazing Bigfoot merchandise. I know a lot of you saw her at the Bigfoot Bash, but if you didn't buy anything, now's the chance to buy something at this conference. And now I'm gonna leave this over to you because she's your friend, who has kindly agreed to be a vendor at this conference.
She has, yeah. She's a very good friend of mine. Sue Guttridge, very talented lady, extremely talented. She's a photographer by trade, many years ago, but she still likes to do it, and she likes to photograph wildlife, flowers, whatever. She turns them into cards, which are just amazing. If you want special cards, I mean, she is amazing. But on top of that, she's got her book as well. She's produced a book of poems, but it's emotions, heartfelt poems, together with wildlife, flowers, nature, which we thought would bring a huge additional element to this. So much stuff is Bigfoot cryptid. We thought this would be a lovely soft alternative. So when you come to it, please come and look at her store. She's just got some amazing things.
Her photos in that book is incredible, and for children, I think it's perfect. There's some amazing nature photos in there, and I would be able to do that. There's no way. So she really does an amazing job.
I think we've got quite a lot
on what
of
she does.
talented people, haven't we, coming? So
We have a
offering
lot of
different
talent.
things. Mm.
Yeah. So that is as many vendors and as I'm going to give you. We do have more, but I think it'll be really, really nice surprise for you guys to come in and see them. So I am going to change topics slightly to tickets and venue to let you know a little bit about kind of the situation. I've had a couple of messages going, why tickets then sold out? So we have sold 250 tickets, and we've reached our maximum capacity.
Yeah.
So the organisers, myself, Jill, and the rest of the organisers decided we need to take it off sale. Anyone who does wish to come to this conference, please contact me, because there is a way that we can get you into this conference. But going on Ticket Tailor and that, they will be shown as sold out. And then we have the pre-book signed book by myself and Brian. Those tickets have gone amazingly well. Anyone who is wondering about kind of how they get their book, when you're on the door, you just show your ticket to the person that's on the door. When we have a little surprise for you on the door, and it makes me laugh. But you just show that you've got a book ticket, and you'll be given a VIP wristband, and then you can go and get your book from myself or Brian. Brian just wanted to make sure that that Brian's book is £25 and my book is £10, and that's included signed. So if you have a pre-book ticket, you are guaranteed to get a book. If you don't, then there's always a chance that we may not have any books left. Then going on to the venue. Now I'm gonna pass this over to Nan, as she's the one that keeps reminding me about the cafe.
Well, we're holding it in the same place as we did before, Purple Spoons Cafe at Highbridge, which I think everybody has the address on their tickets. Amazing cafe, lots of facilities. They do fabulous food, from snacks to small meals, teas, coffees, drinks, ice creams, whatever. They do close the cafe food part at 2:30. So we just wanted everybody to be aware that breakfast, lunch, snacks, anything you want up until then. But then at 2:30, unfortunately, the kitchen staff have had enough. I think they have to go there. But the rest of the facilities are still open, and you can still stay there until we close later in the evening.
So that's to everyone out there, if you can share this video so then everyone knows about this, and we just need to make sure that you do know that the cafe does shut. But they, as Jill said, they do amazing food. We've had breakfast there many times, and it's been amazing. Now, to tell you a little bit about kind of the queuing systems, because I know it wasn't marked out for the Bigfoot Bash, but everyone did pretty well, I think. We will have queuing bollards outside of the cafe with a sign outside saying Cryptid Conference, so it will be marked. For anyone who parking wise, there is a 500 space car park just across the roundabout. So there is a car park where you just walk across to the venue. Anyone who is in a wheelchair or disability access, please wear your sunflower lanyard. I think everyone's pretty familiar with that. You wear your sunflower lanyards, and then come and find myself, Jill, Chris, Craig, and let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know that you can't move around as easily, and then because we do have a queue for RPG and Brian, so we can kind of sort you out there, and we do have disability access in the auditorium for the talk, so and I can reserve seats, and please contact me so then I'm aware that kind of you guys are coming and you need a little bit of extra help. So please don't just stand there in the queue. Please come and find us, because I struggle myself with queues. Please come and find us. All right. So moving on. And I'm gonna go on to our last few bits now. The talk schedule is coming. Okay, it is coming. We are just polishing off the last few things. I think it will be out within the next week or two, depending on whether I can get all the guests to agree to it, and then you guys will have it out on Facebook. You will also have it on the door, so you will also, it'll be everywhere for you to see, so you won't be lost. We are also having, and this is something new that I haven't done actually in person yet, and I'm very excited about it. I think Jill is too. Is our Bigfoot Roundtable. We're doing a face-to-face Bigfoot Roundtable on stage, but we are doing it live. That is the only part that we are doing live of this conference, because me and Brian do loads of Bigfoot Roundtables. We would like to show it live, but the rest of the conference will not be live. So anyone asking, that is unfortunately the way that the organisers and guests have said. So we don't want to argue with Mr. RPG, do we?
Not at
all. So I'm now going to tell you the actual day and times of this conference. It's ingrained into my brain now, and I think it's ingrained into Jill's brain as well.
Sleepless nights over this date.
So the actual event day is Saturday the 20th of July. Is that right?
Oh no.
Saturday the 20th of July this year, and it will be our doors open to the public at 10 o'clock. All the guests will be in there at that time. So doors open at 10. So if you get to the front of the line, you'll be the first in. And our event finishes at 7, I believe. So it's a very long event, but very, very fun and packed event. So there's always something going on. There's always something you can do. And with the cafe open during the day, you can go and be in the cafe, and you are more welcome to still be outside the hall, even when the cafe is shut. We will also have loads of photo opportunities for you guys. We have a very, very special photo opportunity for you to have. I know Jill is very, very, very excited to see that, and we may even take our photo by it as well.
I think we'll have to go first to test it out.
Us first. So that is pretty much everything from the crypto conference, all the information that you guys need to know right now. Jill, is there anything else that I've forgotten?
I think we've probably covered most things, haven't it? Really, the main thing is just come along, have a great time, listen to some amazing people give their incredible stories, which there's so many different people and they've all got different things to say to us that, I mean, we don't know, we haven't heard them, so it's exciting for us as it is for all of everybody else, isn't it?
So it's and to make sure that this event is for charity, we'll have 2 charities at this event. Youth Bristol,
put that in,
and we have the autism charity that will be at this event. They will be kind of handing out leaflets, I think, and they'll be there for you guys to talk to. But there's always something you can do. If any problems go wrong, I'm always quite easy to spot. I'll be on my table, or I'll be up with the MC and the tech guys. So if you guys need anything, I'm here, Jill's here. We will all have black lanyards on. All the guests will have VIP lanyards on, so we are very easily to spot. But please try and find us if there's anything that we can do to make your day better. So now that's everything from the Cryptid Conference, and we hope we see you in a few weeks. My last thing that I'm going to add is I apologise for not uploading some podcasts within the last few weeks, but it's been a little bit busy. But we are back now, and we will be uploading some amazing new podcasts. We have one coming next weekend, and it's the first ghost story I would have had on the podcast. A younger researcher who will be on with me, and we'll have an amazing and delightful co-host that will make everyone laugh. We will be on next Sunday for you guys to watch at 1 o'clock. I always upload it for 1 o'clock, and we have some very, very intriguing stories coming up on the podcast for you guys to have a listen to. And remember, share it and subscribe to our channel. And everyone who met me at the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference and is now watching this podcast, hello again. And I can't wait to see what you think of this podcast. And to introduce you, Jill is my partner in crime, and she does all the messy work out in the forest for me, because I don't like to get my hands dirty at all. So
until it becomes I have to be Nan to him then.
So Jill, is there anything else you would like to say to our guests before we end this podcast and
no, I think,
go and enjoy Father's Day?
I really think we've given that, but just come, enjoy, have a great day. We'll be looking forward to seeing everybody.
Definitely. One last thing I forgot to say that's now just popped in to my mind. We will be you will be able to get in even if you don't have a ticket on the door. We can't guarantee, but please come to the door. Come and ask the members of the staff. If we're not at maximum capacity and we don't have a long queue, we are more than happy to kind of let you in. So please come, even if you don't have a ticket, because we will sort that out at the door. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching us. There'll be some amazing, I've said amazing about 20 times on this podcast, so I have no idea why, but we'll have some very interesting podcasts and new things coming up this year. But thank you, guys. Keep searching, stay mythical, and we'll see you next week for the new ghost story. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.